Do you think a community gets you results? This is the question I ask myself often. I know that when we're in a community, we can feel a sense of belonging, a sense of purpose. We can share knowledge and we can learn from others. It feels supportive and encouraging if you've got the right network, and we can feel like we've got some cheerleaders that we can call on from time to time. Does that translate into results? That's my question. How can you say, this community I am in gave me a return on investment? I'm thinking results, collaborations or partnerships or clients, any of those kind of things. In February 2023, I started with a couple of friends, a local catch-up for mums who were in business. Actually, they don't even have to be mums, but they were women in business in my local area. We catch up once a month for an hour for a coffee. We started with 3 or 4 of us, and now it's grown into, I think the last one, 20 people came. And it just goes to show that people are really looking for that connection and that community. We share what our goals are for the next month. We look at what we actually need to achieve, and we talk about those things. Amazing, amazing conversations that happen, and incredible ideas that falls out of that when you share what's happening for you and someone can say, oh, I did that and here's what I did. Amazing. But one of the things and one of the stories that's stuck with me is we had a lady come in. Her name is Kirsten, and Kirsten is a marketing guru. Kirsten came in and she was working with a winery and she was looking for someone to help them with sales. And one of our other ladies in this group, and our group is called Eastern Biz Collective, if you want to follow on Instagram. And if you're local to the Knox area, please come and join us. And Lauren was a salesperson. She's got her own sales academy now, and she does a whole stack of other stuff. And we were talking one day about what Kirsten was looking for, and her and Lauren connected over coffee. And then Kirsten brought Lauren into that business and they started working together. And then Kirsten and Lauren brought in Nick, who was their photographer. And all of that came out of a coffee catch-up at Eastside Biz Collective. To me, that is the power of community. That is the type of result that we want, right? We want to be able to connect in with people. We don't want to feel like we have to refer people in, but we want to connect in with people genuinely who are in alignment with us and who have a different skill set to us, and also make sure that it's fun, right? So anyway, Lauren, Kirsten and Nick were a beautiful complementary team, and they went into this winery and they helped this winery with their marketing, with their sales, with their photography. It was amazing. It was an amazing collaboration that came out very naturally from Eastside Biz Collective. Some of the collaborations that happen don't always come out that naturally. Sometimes we have to find people to collaborate with. Sometimes we have bad experiences in collaboration. Sometimes the collaborations or the partnerships are not win-win. So I'm going to put that out there because those things are also very true. I think the other thing that was on my mind is that results can mean different things for different people. So it could be about meeting up with a community and just tweaks to your mindset. You might come in with a fixed mindset, which is I can't move from this point. And you might meet someone who's got a great growth mindset. And they say, I'd see it differently. And they challenge you to think differently. And you come out of that thinking, oh my goodness, that's been an amazing use of time. It could be that you're stuck on an idea and you need a new idea for a fresh offer. One of my clients needed a new newsletter name and she was just stuck, a bit clogged. And by talking in a community group, she actually came up with the name. Someone came up with the name for her, and it was just the creative thing that she needed to get going. I run a program called Revenue Raiser, and that's to help women who are either looking to make $10,000 a month in their first instance, or create a new offer which will give them $10,000 a month. And in Revenue Raiser, as the name says, the whole point is to raise revenue. And this week we talked about sales calls, scary sales calls, and outreach, because you have to go out to people and say, here's what I've got, would you like it? Or here's what I've got, do you know of anyone who would like it? We have to do that outreach, and that can be so scary. And so this week, we set a sales challenge, and it wasn't really a sales challenge, it was more of an outreach challenge. We all committed to make 5 phone calls or outreach or emails, whatever it was, DMs, within the next few days. And I have to say that that group has gone above and beyond. The camaraderie in the group, the lessons learnt in the group, the failings were shared in the group, and the cheerleading that's happened in the group has been extraordinary. And that's only been for a couple of days. People have already had wins. People have had people booking in for their calls. And when people get stuck, they jump on the group and go, I'm a bit stuck on this. Does anyone have A, B, or C? And they all help you. If I think about what's different about that versus doing it on your own, there's no one to hold you accountable. Also, there was a group purpose. We're all like, let's do this together. And it really felt like we were in it together. And I think that's the difference. That's the power of community and getting results. That you're not sitting there alone. You're not thinking, I don't know how to do this. I don't know who to talk to, etc., etc. You basically jump on and say, hey, ladies, I'm stuck with this. Help me with this. Or I've got this issue. Has someone else experienced that? And you get real quick time feedback and you go and try it again. So I guess my question to you is, when you think about the community that you're in, is it getting you results? Does it really need to get you results? And are you happy with it? I think, especially women in business, they spread themselves really thin. And this week I got an email from someone else who is in Eastside Business Collective. And she said, Emma, I don't think I can commit anymore because I'm already into business networking groups. And I'm like, that's so good that she knows herself so well that she can say no to a group and that she already has some support. So if you're not in a community group, if you're not in any kind of group, I would encourage you to get into a group. And if you are in a group, is it still meeting your needs? And are you getting results? And do you even care about results? I care about results. I'm known as the results coach. I really, really like results. When a client comes to me, and one of our filter questions is, are you prepared to do the work? Because if you're not prepared to do the work and you expect someone else to do the work, then we're going to drive each other nuts. And that's a great filter question because I think people are like, oh, she's not going to do it for me. But I also know that if that person signed up, they would be bitterly disappointed because I will guide and cheerlead and encourage all I possibly can. Come up with practical solutions, come up with strategies, do 30, 60, 90-day plans, whatever it is that is necessary to get results. But ultimately, the results are on you. So, are you in a community? Is it getting you the results you want? I would love to hear. You know where to find me. I would love to hear how your community is going.